Hello everybody, welcome back to Back for Nostalgia. In this video we're talking about the Raggy Dolls. So the Raggy Dolls is a animated, well, sort of like, let's say, drawn animated children's TV show that came out in the mid-80s, and it features a group of rejected dolls that have been taken out of the factory, and also for various problems, and they band together as like friends and go on some interesting adventures, of course. So first and foremost, I'll introduce the characters, of course. First of all, we've got Hi-Fi, who is a regular doll, but he's got headphones on. The problem is he has issue with a stammer, which is interesting. Then you've got Back to Front, who is basically a handyman doll. However, his body's the other way around. That's why it's got Back to Front. You've got Lucy, who is a normal doll. However, she falls apart instantly. Sort of a play on name with Lucy, very much. Then you've got Dottie. She's basically a doll covered in blue paint, very much. Then you got Princess. She was meant to be a princess, however, factory. There's a few defaults of the factory going on, and she ends up being ragged, sort of like a ragged princess, very much. And she gets rejected, of course. Then we've got Claude, who is French actually. He was meant to be a doll that's exported to France, however, he missed the ferry, or they forgot to bring him to the ferry, of course, like he was left. And he speaks a French accent. He's English, however, well, it's not like he speaks French and you have subtitles underneath. No. Nope. That doesn't tend to work. And the last one is called Sadsack. Now, Sadsack's quite different from all the rest because he's sort of I would say like a fat gingerbread man with sort of like curly Jamaican hair, like some Jamaican hair on top, which is interesting. And he's sort of, I would say, depressed. Like he's depressed throughout the whole show very much. I mean, well, they call him Sadsack because he's a bit miserable, he is, which is interesting. And you don't really display that with characters that well. Like they are like a permanent sadness to them, which happens sometimes. Maybe not really a permanent sadness for some shows, but in particular, but with this one, I probably think for Sadsack, probably. And they form these sort of like 7-piece they do, and just go on adventures, either to meet maybe a lost ginger cat, or go flying in someone's broken aeroplane. Now the thing is, the Raggy Dolls are actually in doll form. They are. I mean, they interact with the human world. Animals, they're quite smaller than humans. They tend to go to the factory now and again. They live in this reject bin in a factory, doll factory, and they basically go out the factory and go on adventures in the wild, either go sailing, or like I say, go fly in the sky in an airplane, or meeting other different animals, or maybe with some toys that have been left in the woods. Who knows? And I think it's quite interesting. The animation itself is quite good. I mean, the characters themselves are colourful. The environments are colourful. The writing, of course, is not bad. And the intro itself, I mean, now let's talk about a crucial role with one person, Neil Innes. Neil Innes. So, for people who don't know who Neil Innes is, he's basically a musician and a comedy actor. He is. I mean, he's worked on a few stuff, He was a member of the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. The Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. He was a member of that. He was also he was a sort of an extra, like a recurring guest star in Monty Python's Flying Circus. And also he joined, like this run on television weekly or something with Eric Idle. And that led to the film The Rutles. We know, like, the Rutles and stuff, like a spoof version of the Beatles, which is interesting, which is quite famous now, actually. I mean, the British still remember the Rutles very much. And he basically provides the narration, he sings the theme tune, and he's also a writer and he writes some, also a script editor on this as well. He's got like 4 different jobs on that show, which is interesting. And the theme tune itself, I actually really enjoy. There was a full version you can listen to, which is quite good. I mean, it is 80s, like it was released in the mid-80s. It was, and it's like normal. It's simple, but it's good. I mean, it's not like it's not like you got a lonely face or something, and me as the reject bin. It's really good. I mean, it is quite different from the title it is. I mean, it's all almost like, you know, some bit of like some drum machine, a bit of piano, like do was it do something like that. And you know, it's actually, was it like a couple, like, was it two women singing the actual title? Obviously, but Neil Innes wrote the song, and someone else actually sings it. You know, like high pitched women sing it or something. Whereas there's an actual version, like a pre-made version of this song sung by Neil Innes himself. Probably, I don't know where that actually came from. I don't know if it was that it was actually on a soundtrack, or maybe some from Neil Innes' discography. Who knows? But it's on YouTube now, and I think it's quite good actually. I mean, it's, to be honest, I prefer the Is version than the actual television version that they use, like the short intro version. Yeah, so probably for its interesting reasons for nostalgia, because it has Neil Innes in it and it has a good theme song. It does. Now the first thing. Now, how did I get into the Raggy Dolls? Well, years ago. I do have a, well, I think around back here I think I do. Where that door is, and down below, next to there's a drawer there, and there's a little gap in between. I do have some VHS back there, which are shown in the VHS bundle. What I didn't show you is there's a couple more there, and one of them was like a VHS series, another television series, which I'll get into at some point down the line, and obviously the Raggy Dolls have hit on this promo trailer, which is, well, the VHS distributor, which is Castle Vision, or part of a division of Castle Communications. It's part of, I mean, they released a couple of the Raggy Doll VHSs at the time in the late 80s? No, yeah, mid-late 80s. And I always, when I was put some of those VHSs on, they always showcased the promotional, the Castle Vision promo video. And the Raggy Dolls actually came second with the other children's show theme tune playing in the background. And I thought that seems interesting, that does, along with another show which is called Tom Down Farm. I thought the animation itself looked interesting, though, well, when I say the animation, I think, you know, the sort of like side animation that go inside. They didn't really show much footage on that promo they did, so, but I thought it looks interesting, it does. I mean, you have like interesting front cover of them on the bicycle, them on a top of a dog, right on the dog, so I thought, interesting. I didn't get around to watching it until about 2012, the Any Ideas, and when I first watched it, I thought, it's good. I mean, it's interesting. You have interesting characters who are completely different from each other, you know, different genders, well, they have different meanings. I mean, they have interesting names. They have like share their personality and meaning of what they're like, why they're a band of rejects, very much, and probably think it sums up very nicely. It does. I mean, the characters themselves are good, nicely designed. They have this like, it's not like bulkiness, like, you know, big nose bulky type style to them, which is quite nice, and I just found it quite interesting. I mean, yeah, that's the end. That is the end. That's all I can say about them all. That's all I can say about the Raggy Dolls. So its main key thing about it is got Neil Innes attached to it. You know, he's doing all different roles, of course. You know, narrator. He's a screenwriter. I think he ran a few as well, and he does the theme tune as well, which is good. I think he's still working today as well. I mean, we haven't seen him much recently, so, or for a while actually, so he might be doing something interesting, who knows. So anyway, that is the video about the Raggy Dolls, and as always, I will see you for the next video. Thank you for watching.